guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have another book rant for you. We are going to be reviewing and discussing Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. This is the second book in the Anne and the French Kiss series. This one follows a teenager. Her name is Lola. She lives in San Francisco. She is a budding fashion designer. She is very quirky, eccentric, kind of a little thrifty. Her life is pretty much perfect. She has this hot older rocker boyfriend. Things are going pretty smooth. That is until the house next door is rented to some familiar faces from her past. Faces that she wished she could forget. These twins from her childhood move back and stir up some feelings that Lola has been trying to forget. I really enjoyed this book. So cute. I enjoyed it just as much as I did Anne and the French Kiss. I thought it had the same humor, the same wit. Stephanie Perkins can write such a good, cute romance. It is different enough from Anna that it is its own story, but it has a lot of the same characteristics that really made Anne and the French Kiss so successful. It was over before we even realized it was over. Lola has some really funny inner dialogue. It was really good. I cannot wait to read Isla and the Happily Ever After. Anna and St. Clair make an appearance in this book, and that just made me so incredibly happy. Yes. So that's really all I have to say. Now I'm going to talk a little bit more about specific details. So like I had just mentioned, I really liked that Anna and St. Clair were in this novel. That was awesome. I loved that we got to see kind of what happens to them. In so many romance and contemporary novels, you know, they have the big happily ever after, and then it's just like, well, what happens to them now? See little snippets of their life, what they were up to, and I really liked that. But I also really liked Lola and Cricket's story. First off, what kind of name is Cricket? That just sounds like an old British grandma's nickname, like a pet name for your grandma. My sister's name is Calliope. Calliope and Cricket. I mean, those are just some of the weirdest names ever. I liked how the book started off with Lola being the one in the relationship rather than the boy. So we kind of got to see, read through the perspective of the individual who has to make up the decision to leave the relationship. For the beginning portion of the book, it's kind of a mystery what happened between Lola and Cricket. Stephanie doesn't come out and say right away what happened between the two and why it's such a big deal that Cricket's returning and why Lola is so distraught over it. And I liked that it left that little bit of mystery because it made me want to keep reading. I wanted to know what would happen between them. And then we find out that they were childhood crushes. Since they were wee little tots, they used to go to the playground and run into each other while walking Heavens to Betsy. Such a funny name for a dog. And then they were finally getting a little bit older. Everyone was like, oh, you could tell how much that they like each other. They're just always fawning over each other. That big party happens. Lola's not invited, and Calliope just says that Cricket didn't want to invite her. Crushed Lola. And then he moves and doesn't forewarn her until like the day before he's moving. Crushes her little 14-year-old soul. There was so much miscommunication in that. Calliope was just causing all these problems for nothing. She's only 16 when she starts dating Max, and Max is like 22. That's a little inappropriate. I get that Max is this super hot rocker. I understand where the appeal is. I don't feel like he should have encouraged her or should have dated her. It's a little creepy. She's kind of naive and just not really sure enough to understand what's going on. And I felt like he took advantage of her. It's like Lola says at one point, you like me because I'm young. You like the idea that this is it's illegal. It's kind of like a secrecy type thing. I felt like that's what the appeal was to Max. I didn't really like him. She was very naive to think that they were running away together to live in an apartment, and she was going to design dresses by day and he was going to play shows by night. And if you're working all day and he's working all night, when are you going to spend any time together? You can't go out every night to every show because you have to be up in the morning for work. So you have to sleep at some point. That just shows immaturity. When he went out of town, he was ignoring her. I mean, I get she dumped him, but he was ignoring her, and then he comes back and tells her, oh, by the way, I slept with some girl. I don't know why he had to throw that in there. Lola wasn't ever with Cricket. I just thought that was really like, douche move. You are way too good for him and he's not worth your time. Move on. I liked that Cricket. It was just so obvious that he liked her. I loved the tension. I love some good tension in a book. Cricket was trying really hard to just like friendly and not overstep his bounds. And Lola clearly was attracted to Cricket. I really liked her and Cricket's relationship. I had other girls that were interested in him at school and stuff, and he was just like, bye, see ya. We'll work on physics some other time. I'm gonna hang out with Lola and help her make a dress. I just liked that it was always about her, and it was always her first. I loved the inner dialogue that Lola had. It was just like Anna. It was funny. There were some lines like I was just laughing. I think there was something about a banana and Cricket's pants. Cricket stood up for Lola and stood up for her personality. Said this is what makes you you and what makes you special. Max was always like, I never know who you are. I never know what I'm going to get next. It's always a different costume, a different person, a different everything with you. It's never just you. Cricket understood that's what made her, made her special, made her unique, was that she was always evolving. He appreciated that about her, and I really liked that. I also really liked that Lola had two dads. Like, I thought that was cool. I've never read a book where a main character had gay parents. Like, I thought it was cool and it was different. I thought it was a cool way to incorporate something different, and it didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel forced. It felt like that would make sense. Lola has two dads, and her mom was just a disaster. You would think that she would be like, I don't really want my daughter to see me like this. So, Nora didn't give two flying monkeys bottoms what Lola thought of her. I didn't really like Calliope. Couldn't understand why Cricket was so loyal to her. It was very nice and kind of him, and that's what a sibling should do, but she was just not a very nice person. She was very mean to people, very demanding, all about herself. Didn't even realize that Cricket was suffering. Never had his turn to shine because it was always the Calliope show. And Calliope is a very lucky person to have a brother that was so dedicated. Just such a big support system for her, because she really wasn't there for him like that, and he didn't need to be that nice to her. I am really curious though. Obviously in Isla and Happily Ever After we're gonna have all these characters, so I'm curious how she incorporates Anna and St. Clair, Lola and Cricket all into Isla's world. Anna and St. Clair know Isla from School of America in Paris, but how are they going to get all of these characters into one place at the same time? Like, I'm just really curious to see how she interweaves all their lives to make sense for them to all be friends and all, you know, run into each other. I feel like it's going to have something to do with Calliope and the Olympics, because I believe that Isla takes place in New York. I know that Josh is the romantic interest. I'm interested to see how she makes Josh and Isla's romance unique and different. Oh my gosh, when Lola was so sad that she had no one to go to the winter formal with, and Cricket flew all the way home to take her to the ball, and her hair, that whole debacle with the costume thing, when he flew home for her, that boy is a keeper. Yes, way to go on being a good soon-to-be boyfriend, because they weren't even dating. She finally tells him how she feels, and it's so adorable and so cute. Wait so long, like the last chapters for them to finally kiss, and they do, and it's just magic. I just really liked him, and he made all those inventions for her and helped her with her dress. Just so clearly the better choice over Max. Like, so inadequate compared to Cricket. I thought that was so nice, and such a nice thing for her to do, to help Calliope with her dress, you know, because she wanted to earn Cricket. She didn't feel like she deserved him. No, she wanted to be better for him. That's what a good partner should do. Make you want to be a better person. Stephanie Perkins is a wonderful writer. I mean, she writes such captivating stories that you just get lost in. Before you know it, the book is over and you are sad because you want more. I love these covers. Whoever designed these covers and gave them these beautiful, like, vibrant watercolor things, I love it. Can't think of a bad thing to say about it. I really can't. I thought it was so good, and I'm so excited to get my hands on Isla. Probably going to love it just as much. I better. I'll be so sad if I'm disappointed by it. Let me know what you thought of Lola and the Boy Next Door, and let me know down below. Did you prefer Anna and St. Clair, or do you like Lola and Cricket? And until next time, I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye! Hey guys, and welcome back to my... Why? I'm always like, yep. You sound like Ducky from Land Before Time. Yep. Well, today I have another book rant for you. Today we are going to be, do I have to say today a bit of times before I get the point? There's a frog croaking outside the window right now. Maybe he's screaming for help. I don't want to say about this book. Let's just start over. Why not, right? Hi guys, and welcome back to no. Stop looking at your hair. Stop touching it. Stop it. Don't touch it anymore. Leave it alone. My hair is itching, my neck. Oh, it's just tickling me. I don't like it. Do you know how much I'm out? See one of his sister's bigots? What? I'm hungry.